What's up, guys? Movie Junkie for Life here, and this is going to be my review of Live by Night, written and directed by Ben Afleck and starring Ben Affleck, Zoe Saldana. We have Chris Cooper, Elle Fanning, Sienna Miller, and a slew of others. Live by Night tells the story of a Boston bred and born gangster who's moving his way up the ranks so that he can become a shot caller himself during that Prohibition era in American history. So, Live by Night. Now, I really wanted to see this movie because of the fact that I am a huge fan of Ben Affleck's directed films like Argo. I'm drawing of that. The Tongue is my absolute favorite. Gone Girl, even Gone Baby, Gone Sorry, what am I saying? These movies were very well directed and stories were engaging and thought-provoking and mysterious and above all entertaining. So I was looking forward to Live by Night. Now, let me talk about what I liked in this movie. First of all, this movie looks really good. It very much fits into that era. It reminds me of Lawless, the Shia LaBeouf Tom Hardy movie, which I adore. I've seen that movie like a dozen times. It definitely has that look. It feels like you're watching a film in that era. The sound production is great as well. Costume, all of that is on point. And story-wise, the first half of this movie is really good. Like, they had me from the opening scene. There's a bank robbery, to everything that comes after with this character where he's, like, again, we've seen gangster movies like this before. He's this up and coming gangster. He's making some bad choices, but at the same time, he's a smart guy, and people are seeing that. He has his girlfriend in the form of Sienna Miller, who I also think does a fantastic job here, and the chemistry between them is really good, so the relationship is believable. But she is a gangster's girlfriend, so we leave it at that. And all of that stuff is really good. The whole first half of this movie with Ben Affleck going through the paces of becoming a shot caller, so to speak, all of that is really good. And we get to see the repercussions of the choices that he makes. And all of that happens. I'm trying not to go into too much, even though they do show stuff in the trailer. Let's just say it's in the trailer. Let's just say he goes to prison. So after prison, all of that before is excellent. After he comes out of prison, he goes down to Florida. And this movie just, I don't know if he went to Florida to retire like older people tend to, but this movie just dies. I don't know what happened. First of all, this story feels like it's supposed to be a second film. Almost, I don't know if he was going for a kind of a Godfather thing where you get this whole long historical story of a person like going through the years, but it doesn't work. Something goes really, really wrong. It almost feels, I don't want to believe he directed this entire thing. That's how bad it gets. I was at a point where I was like, how long does this movie have to go again? And only to realize that, holy shit, this film is like 2 hours long. 1 hour and 13 minutes had gone by, and I was bored out of my mind. So I'm really sorry to say the second half of this film is just, it's nothing. He meets Zoe Saldana. Honestly, I don't really feel the connection there. The film is still beautifully shot. It still looks great, but other than that, I'm sorry, it's nothing. I was begging for this thing to be over, and I'm so sorry it turned out that way. I also feel like almost like Ben himself had given up, because even his acting, so to speak, gets very bland at that point. There's no real energy to anything or to anyone after that point. There's some cool action set pieces, some gun play that goes down that looks good, but other than that, guys, I'm so sorry to say Live by Night, it's just not a good movie. It just, something goes wrong after the first, I would say, 35 minutes. This film just starts to slowly die. So I'm gonna give Live by Night a 5 out of 10. I wish I could say this is one of his better films, but honestly, this is the worst I've seen from him in quite some time. Maybe he's tired after doing Batman v Superman. I don't know. But it's not his best film, not even close. So Live by Night gets a 5 out of 10. And if you are gonna watch it, I'm just preparing you for the fact that it's gonna be the longest 2 hours of your life. At least the additional hour is gonna really feel like it's dragging. Okay guys, till next time. Bye bye.